We're sitting inside of a blind that my daughter sets up right outside the bird feeder. She likes to sit out here and then she can watch the birds without being seen. If I had been just a little quicker, actually we had about 4 deer walk by right in front of the pine trees. But we missed them. But I saw them before I got the camera going. That's why the goats are yelling if you can hear them in the background. But she likes to sit in here and she likes to watch the birds, and they sit there and they feed and they play around, and there's a little bird bath down a little lower and she can watch them in there, and she can do this whole time, and the birds never actually even notice that she's right here next to them. And it got me thinking, I think this is sometimes what it's like with God. We pray and we want God to show himself and be, real obvious, show us a sign or answer some prayer, and I think there are a lot of times God purposely stays hidden. I don't mean just physically, from our sight. I mean, God purposely stays hidden. But that doesn't mean that he's not right here beside us watching us. We just can't see him. It's much like if you're a parent, sometimes when your baby's crying, you're standing just outside their bedroom door and you can see them there in the crib and they're kind of fussing, and I know the baby wants you to rush in there and swoop her up and hold her in your arms, but as a parent sometimes the best thing is to let them just kind of cry themselves to sleep, just kind of toss a little bit. And God does this for us. It's out of love. It's not because he doesn't care or he doesn't want to rush in there and pick us up, but I think there's an important lesson that he's trying to teach us. And so God steps back and he stays hidden behind a blind, if you will. Sometimes that blind is suffering. Paul talks about this quite a bit, especially in his letter to the Romans. How God hides in suffering. We see this with Jesus Christ on the cross. God hidden in weakness. So the next time that you're praying for God to pop out and show himself, remember that by faith, he's already right there beside you and watching you and watching over you. Thank you.